Bob, are you still up for it? Yeah, I think this is going to be a killer now. Oh no, hang on, it doesn't say killer. It's going to be a few seaside poems. Sorry? No, you said 7 at least.
Time keeps on ticking. To the future.
Well, I've only lived in Hastings for about 7 years, no, 9 years, so really can't count myself as a Hastings person, but I thought to kind of ingratiate myself by writing a couple of my original poems. They're very short, seaside poems. First one is about seaside of the past, seaside of the donkeys and the Punch and Judy, that kind of thing. You still get a bit of a whiff of it, and it's called, if I can find the page, Sunny Jim.
Can you hear Bob in the back?
Okay, I'm going to shut. Are my glasses still on the table, by the way?
Bob needs his glasses.
I got them. Yeah, Sunny Jim. You can imagine him.
Bob, talk into the mic, Bob.
He stands alone in quiet places, watching other people's faces. Is that loud enough for you?
Yeah, great.
Does nobody remember him? Late of Hastings, Sunny Jim. He sips his pint of old and mild. Is no one here who as a child laughed at his antics on the sands, his lady inside, reading hands? Amongst the deck chairs, summer long, beboated, strumming, full of song. He and the others of his breed worked for the pleasure, worked for the need, for children's parties, for the rich. Fiona's, Sophie's, at fever pitch, dine with the servants, all good for a laugh. Are you a conjurer? Colour it off. Nobody cares now, nobody knows, or lets the cold ocean come over their toes. So he stands by the fireside, a figure of fun. A pint of your porter, but only the one. Okay, right, I don't know how many of you were down at the beach about 3 or 4 weeks ago. We had that terrible storm, and the lifeboat was called out, and I was there, and they were going to get some guy who was on a surfboard. He'd lost his surfboard, and they found him miles away. He was okay, as it happens. And I watched this bloody great Shannon boat. It went off, and it nearly turned over, and it absolutely made my heart stop. So it's a little bit more serious, but not much. And I've called it Alderney Bound. We stood and watched the lifeboat home, her and the kid and me, squinting our eyes at the grey-green light of that crawling, falling sea. She's barely got an hour to run, said the man in the pilot coat. A call from a yacht that was Alderney bound, and they'd found the beggar afloat. I saw her first on the edge of the sky, the tiniest speck, red-brown, for a while no more than a trick of the light picked out as the sun went down. We watched her pitch, we watched her roll, in the torment of timeless forces, a ladybird on a wind-whipped leaf, 10 men and 1,000 horses. We saw her last as she turned the mole, the coxswain gunning her hard, her stern bit deep as she hit the beach, the sky now dark and starred. We turned and left as they shackled up, and the winches started hauling. God save the men who sail the sea, so perilous a calling.